The three marks of reality according to Buddhism are change or anicca, no permanent identity or anatta, and suffering or dukkha. According to change, there is no permanent in this world, thus everything is changing. Hindi natin nanonotice na day by day nagbabago ang mga bagay-bagay kasi we are used to it. Ibig sabihin, nasasanay na tayo na akala natin walang gradually changes na nangyayari. Kaya kapag tagal ng panahon, nasashock tayo na nagbabago na pala yung isang bagay. Sa no permanent identity naman or anatta, sinasabi na ang human or other things ay nagbabago but they are made up of parts that are constantly changing, like for example, human. We called it as human but it has different parts such as organ system, different instincts, memory, and so on and so forth. Ito ay nangangahulugang wala tayong permanenteng pagkakakilanlan or no self. Sa halip, ang ating pagkatao ay nabubuo at nagbabago sa paglipas ng panahon. Like for example, kapag nagpaputol ka ng buhok or nagpapayat ka, iniisip mo na ikaw pa rin yon. Pero kapag kinumpare mo yung sarili mo noong bata ka pa, ngayong lumaki ka na or tumanda ka na, parang maiisip mo na parang ibang tao siya. In suffering or dukkha naman, sinasabi na ang suffering ay inescapable. Ibig sabihin, hindi natin siya matatakasan. In other terms, inevitable. Like for example, naglinis ka ng bahay mo and sobrang saya mo kasi malinis na yung bahay mo. Pero in the meantime, may isip mo na maya-maya, dudumi na naman yan dahil sa iba't ibang bagay. Pero yung iba nag-argue na yung instinct na ito ay hindi tinitingnan yung good side or yung hopeful side. Pero nandun pa rin yung thought na hindi mo maiiwasan yung suffering or hindi mo talaga siya matatakasan. Kumbaga, masasalubong at masasalubong mo siya. What are the noble truths according to Buddhist ethics? There are four. The first noble truths according to Buddhist ethics is to live is to suffer. Meaning ang buhay talaga ay may kaakibat na pagdurusa. Medyo dark yung sense niya pero we can use it as a way to figure out why we are experiencing that kind of situation, thus we can lessen it. The second one is suffering comes from the desire. We will notice that we are always aiming for something, meaning to say, hindi tayo nakokontento sa kung anong meron tayo. Kapag ba nakapagtapos ka ng pag-aaral, kontento ka na nakapagtapos ka lang ng pag-aaral. Hindi syempre kailangan mo pang magtrabaho. At dahil ang mga bagay sa mundo ay nagbabago, ibig sabihin parang hinahabol natin yung gusto natin, kaya dahil doon nagsasuffer tayo. The third one is to end suffering is to end the desire. Ang sense ng truth na ito ay to accept what we have. The world may be changing and we cannot change it. However, we can change ourselves and be contented to end suffering. The last one is release from suffering is possible and can be attained by following the noble eightfold path, which are the right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. But hindi naman siya required na sundin mo siya ng sunod-sunod talaga, pero yung sundin mo siya ng lahatan. Para ma-end ang suffering, we should follow the steps of the Noble Eightfold Path, and we should end our desires in order to end our suffering. Suffering is truth according to Buddhism and often referred to as realistic. Ibig sabihin ng pagsasuffer ay totoo at nangyayari talaga siya. Karma is also called karman and kama, which is a Sanskrit term that literally means action or doing. Ito yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin intentionally na may kaakibat na consequences.